This next test involves turrets. You remember them, right? They're the pale spherical things that are full of bullets. Oh wait, that's you in 5 seconds. Good luck.
So yeah, here we have I don't think the introduction of turrets in this game. But this is certainly the first area, like, revolving all around fucking with them. Turrets are fun. Later on, they get more and more troublesome and actually dangerous. But for right now, these kinds of rooms, like, I always found this one to be particularly easy. Yeah, that one just kind of does itself. Just these sort of slender one-direction corridors. And these are also some of my favorite little puzzle bits in the whole game, just because I think it's entertaining to fuck with the turrets and drop boxes on them. Because they're just little dudes, and they just freak out as soon as they fall over, and then they're done for. They're like cows, you just have to tip them over, and then ain't nothing you can do about it. Every time I think about cows, I think about something that I learned in, I believe it was Disney Adventure magazine, which is that you can bring a cow upstairs, but you can't bring a cow downstairs because their knees apparently don't bend that way. Which I feel like the only reason... It was in, like, a section of the magazine that was, like, nifty animal facts. It was some, like, animated Disney movie that had just come out. It might have been Home on the Range, now that I'm thinking about it. But it was, like, fun facts you probably don't know about, and then they were animals that were characters in whatever movie it was. And one of them was a cow, and it said you can take a cow upstairs, but not downstairs, 'cause they knees. And I just always remembered it. And I feel like the reason that fact might have been, you know, a candidate for a fun fact page, and why it was probably known, I feel like it's probably well known among people who take care of cows in some capacity. Because I feel like a long time ago, sometime in human history, someone was trying to milk their cow up in their bedroom. Took them up the stairs. Or probably even earlier than that, like, he tried to take it up a temple to fucking sacrifice it in South America or whatever. I don't know. I don't think cow sacrifice was a big South American thing. I think they had other favorite animals to give to God. But anyway, and then they got up there and they're like, well, how do I get this thing down? And I'm guessing whatever scenario led humans to first being aware that they can't take cows back downstairs, I feel like they probably found that out on accident, and they probably killed the cow in whatever situation it was.
That jumpsuit you're wearing looks stupid. That's not me talking. It's right here in your file. On other people it looks fine. But right here a scientist has noted that on you it looks stupid. Well, what does a neck-bearded old engineer know about fashion? He probably... Oh, wait, it's a she. Still, what does she know? Oh wait, it says she has a medical degree. In fashion. From France.
Yeah, I do find in this game GLaDOS' taunting to be... It gets a little tiresome after a while. I'll say that every character except maybe Cave Johnson warms out their welcome a little bit. Worn out their welcome. Jesus Christ, I don't know my own idioms. I'm an idiom. Yeah, this room is just more fun with turrets. But, yeah, I don't know, after a while, I just get bored. I feel like this section of the game, like, the puzzles are pretty fun, but this section of the game that we're in, right now, I just find to get old after a while, especially after you've played through this a few times and you've already learned all of these, you know, how to use all of these different elements of all the puzzles, like the light bridges and turrets and all that shit. I don't know. I mean, we're already, like, in a part or two, we'll probably be about at the length of the first Portal game, and even that, I don't think they had GLaDOS talking constantly, or at least she didn't have quite as long monologues of shit all the time. I feel like her insults in this game are pretty lengthy. Now, one of the downsides to having recorded the gameplay for this well over a month ago at this point is that I don't bother watching the entire thing like I do with San Andreas when I'm putting it together, because it was over a month ago and these videos are like 25 minutes long and I just don't have the time to go through them completely and then do the recording of the commentary. So I kind of throw them together, and you sometimes get little bits of me fucking around and doing shit poorly, like right now. But, I mean, if I were doing a live LP of it, then... Not a live, like, live stream, but in that case as well. But if I was doing a regular, not post LP, I would probably not edit it out because, if I was talking about something funny or whatever, then I could leave it in. Yeah, so just a lot of trial and error and me fucking up, so I apologize if you find that cumbersome to watch. But now you can see my process, my puzzle completing mental process for how I geniusly figure out these complex mind games that Gabe Newell created for me. So yeah, here I finally figure my fucking shit out. And then I immediately become dumb again. And almost just walk right the fuck out there. Yeah, I don't really know what I was going for at this point. Oh, I had an idea there. I have the general gist. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it. I feel like maybe you're supposed to hop back up there and then go through the blue portal and then do what I'm about to do, but on the other side here, which I am trying to do right now, but I gave this other alternative way a shot, and I think it works fine. You just gotta position yourself right. And there you go, you can fuck them up from under here. I am a genius. This is the Rubik's Cube of games. Yeah, I just decided to toss that one. No point in belaboring anything.
I'm going through the list of test subjects in cryogenic storage. I managed to find 2 with your last name. A man and a woman. So that's interesting. It's a small world. I have a surprise waiting for you after this next test. Telling you would spoil the surprise. So I'll just give you a hint. It involves meeting 2 people you haven't seen in a long time.
So yeah, here I am trying to fuck up this turret that you need to grab, I think, in order to not get fucked up. And yeah, you kind of just have to, I guess, just do that. I always try to grab it, because the first time I played through this game, I managed to just creep over there and hit E through the grating and knock it over and be done with it, but for some reason that just didn't happen. This is another room that took me an unnecessary amount of time to figure out how to do. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to accomplish right now. For me, it's just the embarrassment of getting killed by these turrets makes me overthink rooms. when this is literally all you have to do. You just gotta position these so that they murder all of the turrets. And there you have it. Turret murder is one of the best parts of this game. And yeah, time for me to be ass at this. I think there's an easier way to do this that I'm just not aware of. But so I did this very cumbersome and like convoluted trial and error moving around of the box of the light misdirection super cube or whatever the fuck special name it has in this game. So yeah, I'm just a dumb cluck. And I need to be stopped. There you go. This is what I should have been doing this entire time, and now I've finally figured it out. I've been trying out this new thing with LPs where I don't talk when I don't have anything to say. I've always feel... Oh, GLaDOS is just humming. I thought I was going insane. I always feel super obligated to constantly be talking about something, even if I'm just, like, narrating exactly what I'm doing on screen, which is stupid. Both for the sake of lifting that anxiety from myself, and also for the sake of just not having video content that is stupid and, like, dumb, like I'm being at the moment. Now that in hindsight I can see everything that I'm supposed to be doing here, but figuring it out in the moment it was not that big of a deal. I don't spend too much time being a dumbass though. But I do spend some time being a dumbass. So yeah, I don't think this is the actual way you do this thing, but here I go. But yeah, I don't know if that like creeps people out or if that just makes my videos suck balls or whatever. But I just don't want to have to fill every moment with commentary if I just have nothing of value to say. Anyway, it's time for the surprise.
Initiating surprise in 3, 2, 1. I made it all up. Surprise. Oh, come on. If it makes you feel any better, they abandoned you at birth. So I very seriously doubt they'd even want to see you.
Yeah, and then she just kind of dumps you into this room. And I didn't know that you can just hop out, so I had to edit out a good bit of fucking just me dicking around. I've also cut up this particular room as well because I spent a lot of time not knowing what to do with this one. So hopefully It's this one and another one coming up where I had to do, yeah, I did some speeding up, and then there'll be some splicing up of stuff in a minute. I hope that it's still coherent and you get what I did. I'm hitting my mic, I'm sorry. Not that anyone is hopefully using this for walkthrough purposes, if you have any sense whatsoever. But also just because, I don't know, I don't want to watch a visually incoherent video, even though I mostly, on the rare occasion that I watch other people's LP videos, it's usually just for, like, background noise, and I suspect that's the same thing with a lot of my viewers with these, which is fine, especially because this is Portal. It's not like there's anything crazy happening, and I'm not like, it's not like some crazy puzzle game that no one knows about where it's actually of interest how the puzzles are completed. I've said before, most of the people who are watching my videos have probably beaten this game faster and before me, so fuck it, I don't know. I'm, at least with the LPs at this point, I am bracing my unprofessionality. And I hope everyone's okay with that. But yeah, the surprise sucks. It's not an actual surprise. It's just kind of a big joke, which kind of sucks with how much they build it up. I guess that is funny, but now it just annoys me because it's just more GLaDOS dialogue about like, oh, you're a fucking loser, and oh, I'll help you out. Oh, I found your parents, but not really. I'm a huge bitch. And, like, I get it, I murdered you, but on the other hand, you're also a fucking, like, dictator robot. Of course, I would probably murder you if I were stuck in a test chamber forever. And, you know, whatever. I think GLaDOS is being a little bit petty. I think she could be a little bit more honest with herself about why she's in the predicament she's in. But of course, I identify with the main character because you play as her. Not because she has a personality to speak of. I wonder why they bothered naming her. I wonder why they bother naming nameless protagonists in anything. I guess you do need some place in the story for there to be, like, a reason you're doing anything. So here's another installment of, I'm not sure this is how they intend you to do it exactly, but I do it and it works out anyway, but only after a lot of fucking around. The title of my autobiography about my experience with video games. So yeah. The last thing that GLaDOS said that was actually funny was earlier when she was talking about neckbeards, because, you know, I don't know, I'm a neckbeard, so it's funny. So I love to be insulted by my media. I actually do. I actually have I was thinking recently, after my BoJack Horseman review, that I don't think many people like to be mocked or satirized or even directly addressed by the media they like. And, you know, there's a part of that I understand. But also, I like when my media can go outside the bounds of the frame and comment on, you know, itself and its place in storytelling and whatever. But this is a Portal 2 video. I'm not talking about fucking movies. Movies are for losers.
Ow! Just hang in there for 5 more... What? Jerry, you can't fire me for that. Yes, Jerry. Or maybe your prejudiced worksite should have accommodated a nanobot of my size. Thanks for the hate crime, Jer. See you in court, mate. Anyway, look, just hang in there for 5 more chambers.
Well, you know the old formula. Comedy equals tragedy plus time. And you have been asleep for a while. So I guess it's actually pretty funny when you do the math.
So yeah, this is another room that I had to cut up in editing. And I think it's this one and another one that I had to cut up that's going to take us to the end of the video. But I was just thinking about it, and you know, I was giving GLaDOS shit for drawing out. I was giving the game shit, rather, for drawing out the whole surprise fake out. But I was actually hoping, when I was putting this video together, that I would be able to do that myself, and that the timing would work out, and I could end the last video right before the surprise room, and then start this video with the surprise. But then the last video would have to be like 40 minutes long, and these videos are already pretty long as it is, so for me at least, once you get above 20 minutes, or really even 15 minutes for a video, it either is a background noise or just like while I'm doing something kind of video where I put it on and it goes on for a while, but that's okay because I'm doing something for a while or I'm just sitting around for a while. But you know, very rarely will I give my full undivided attention to something longer than 20 minutes on the internet. You know, more than, you know, sometimes I'll leave like ContraPoints videos and Lindsay Ellis videos and Back in Nam Channel Chriswell videos. Those can be like 35 minutes long, and but I like set aside chunks of time like I do with TV episodes and movies to watch those. Like, it's not at all a regular thing that I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna watch this 35-minute breakdown of a movie just for funsies. I know people who are like that, though, and sometimes I wish I was a person like that I could just watch anything at any time and not have to, like, be in a mood or be in a certain headspace or whatever, but I very much am. And it sucks, because if I weren't, and I could just critically watch anything at any time, and for any amount of time without really much of a problem, or without getting bored or distracted, or anxious that I'm wasting time, which is something that happens often, I feel like, you know, obviously the amount of content that I could consume and therefore comment on would go up, and I'd have more, you know, video content possibilities, more writing content possibilities, whatever. But instead I am a Dumbo, so I can't have that.
And I came up with a solution that I honestly think works out best for one of both of us. Federal regulations require me to warn you that this next test chamber is looking pretty good. That's right. The facility is complete.
Now, I confess that this last room, I cut out quite a bit, but it was a lot of me just rearranging these boxes to no avail, so I don't think you're missing much. And I do think I make clear what the actual end result is. And again, I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it. It's whatever. As long as it works, it works. I don't think this thing that I'm trying here would work at all. I have no idea. I feel like there are probably several different combinations you could have with this. Or maybe there's only one and I did it. I don't know. I still don't really know what that little humming noise is in the background, that high-pitched thing. I used to think it was turrets singing, but I think it's these lasers, and I'm not sure really what the noise is actually supposed to be. I'm not too sure. Also, I think I had something else to say about, like, having time to watch stuff, etc., and I have just completely forgotten what it was. So, it's lost to the ether forever now. I'm probably never going to remember it. And either way, I did promise that there would be exciting things in this part, and I was only a little bit wrong. The beginning of an exciting thing is about to happen, and so I'm gonna let that play out.
And trim out the fat. I've got a surprise.
Oh, I am so glad I'm almost done doing this. I have to fucking pee.
Tragic surprise like last time. A real surprise with tragic consequences. And real confetti this time.
Oh, look, it's actually a whole level. What's the exciting thing, Timbo? You know, what are you doing? You're not... You said that I was gonna be excited, but it just looks like another fucking regular test chamber. Oops!
Who turned off the lights?
Psych. It's Stephen Merchant.
Beyond her range of hearing.
Look, metal ball, I can hear you.
Run! I don't need to do the voice. Run! 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 Come on, I'm closing the doors. Okay, quick recap. We are escaping. Alright, that's what's happening now. We're escaping. So you're doing great. Just keep running. Quick word about the future plans that I've got in store. We're gonna shut down her turret production line, alright? Turn off her neurotoxin and then confront her. Again, though, for the moment, run! Come on, over here, this way!
The irony is you were almost at the last test. Here it is. Why don't you just do it? Trust me, it's an easier way out than whatever asinine plan.
Wait, where are you going? Where are you going?
Oh look, there's a deer. You probably can't see it. Get closer.